I hope you guys can hear me well. I'm not talking too loud or too low, too soft. Okay. Just gonna wait if anybody shows up. If not, I'm just gonna start the reading. Okay, so I felt like I needed to do a reading for this full moon and strawberry full moon. So I'm just gonna lower the volume a bit here. There. Not too loud, right? Okay. All right, so I'm a little late. I had to catch up on a few things. I did say 8 p.m. Eastern, Pacific time, but I ran into some difficulties, and so I was a little delayed. But I'm still here to do the readings, so don't worry. Okay, so yesterday was a full moon, strawberry full moon. From what I've heard of what the strawberry full moon was, is kind of receiving the rewards of our hard labor, kind of like the harvest, right? Because you start to harvest strawberries or any crops that you're receiving, right? So it's like a time when we're kind of harvesting our hard work or getting our rewards finally that we worked so hard before or throughout this year probably. So kind of like it's a time now where you kind of can enjoy the fruits of your labor. That's the feeling I get, right? From what I've known. And kind of like a time to also connect with other people, with friends or connections, soulmates, all those things. So it's quite an interesting time. And like all full moons are all about kind of like purging out certain things, certain emotions, bring out to the surface, right? Because the moon does connect with us, with our emotions, and brings everything out to the surface, right? Like the moon works with our inner world and the sun works with our external world. So that's kind of like a brief understanding of what I understand, what probably the full moon is. I'm pretty sure there's more information out there. But I think mostly my focus for this reading in regards to the strawberry full moon is to just kind of give like a reading in regards to it, regards to what's coming up, maybe in the next week or two, right, or month. In regards to the strawberry full moon, in regards to the energy. So, what's coming for you? So, I kind of wanted to have like a little tarot party here. I brought so many decks. So, I have here the Witch's Tarot, which is what I always love to use right away. So, I have the Witch's Tarot here. Right. So, I have this one here. And gonna use other decks like always. I always use the psychic tarot. So the psychic tarot, we're gonna use this one, and after that I want to use a psychic tarot for the heart, and so this one, and then we're gonna have a tarot party here. I'm gonna take out a few cards from, let's take this out. We're going to take a few cards from the Cosmos as well. I haven't used this one in a while. And then at the end, if you guys are still sticking around till then, I'm going to take a few cards from a new deck that I got. I'm going to show you. So this is the new one called the Tarot of the Divine. So I just got this deck. It's so nice. Perfect for the full moon reading, right? For the strawberry full moon reading. So I like the art in this cards. I like the artist in this deck. Really beautiful cards. So I'll probably give a little preview for you guys. But I'm gonna read this these cards at the end of the video. But I'll show you kind of like a little preview of them, so you guys get excited to get a reading at the end of the video with these cards. Okay, so this is how it looks like. So I love the art in this card. So we have a few cards here. So I'll just so here they are. So the art is very nice. So lots of strong colors. Very strong colors. Love the artist. I got these cards when I went to visit Nelson in BC, British Columbia. So there must have a connection that I have there in regards to these cards. I kind of feel like these cards kind of show like past life meanings. Because I just get feelings. Like when I see these cards, I kind of relate to like a past life event. They're all folklore stories, right? Folklore. And I just kind of connect with them in a very kind of profound way. It's very interesting. What it is Tarot of the Divine, but there's just something about these decks that kind of bring back past life memory. Okay, so I'm just gonna. So that's how the card looks. That's how the deck looks. That's how it looks like inside too. So that's how it looks like. It's very nice. Oh, and comes with a nice little book. Okay. Okay. So I just showed you all the cards that I'm gonna read. But I'll start off with the Witch's Tarot first, just because like that. I like this card a lot. I like the Witch's Tarot a lot. Okay. All right. So let's see what's coming forth for you guys for these coming weeks or coming months. Well, mostly for a month to see how much the strawberry full moon kind of takes effect in our energies in these coming weeks or days, just to see what kind of shifts we're going through, what emotional purges we're going through, or things that we need to be aware of and be mindful of, or kind of be cautious of, or things that may be coming also future-wise. So the cards like to show that as well. So let's kind of shuffle the cards with the Witch's Tarot. See? Okay. Let's take out three cards. All right, we have the Two of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, if that makes sense, and the Nine of Wands. So there is some sort of kind of, don't want to say, and this one, can't forget that one. And then we have the Knight of Cups. That one wanted to show up too, but it's in reverse. So that's a good sign compared to all the cards, because a lot of the cards seem to be a little bit of a downer, but we have other decks here that we can take out to kind of broaden the view and the perspective of these readings. Okay, but we also have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So that's a nice sign as well. Even though it's reverse, it's still a nice energy to be around. Okay, so we're starting off with the Two of Pentacles. So, what does the Two of Pentacles say? The Two of Pentacles is all about kind of juggling between two options. And because they're pentacles, they're earth element. So earth element is all about practical matters, work, financial situations, financial matters. It can relate to career wise as well. It can also be multitasking regarding different tasks that we want to focus on, focusing on different um, opportunities that bring us financial income or bring us some sort of status or success. So anything that you're working on currently, there may be you may be juggling between two. So there seems to be two options, right? Two choices, and you're kind of multitasking and you're kind of like juggling between those two things, right? So the Two of Pentacles is all about kind of making a decision which one you want to choose, right? So here's the person kind of contemplating between this pentacles, kind of more drawn towards this pentacle than this one. So there is kind of like a sense of figuring things out, figuring things, and really seeing what the core, what's the main important thing, basically. What's the core intention of what you want to aim for? What is your perspective in life? What are your goals? What's the real intention? Because sometimes we get mixed up with one thing and another, right? And we kind of lose track of what we want to really focus on, right? So the Two of Pentacles is kind of guiding us where we want to focus. What is that we really want to aim for? What do we really want, right? And sometimes, that depends on you and what you want. Is your focus mostly in career, status, jobs? Is your focus on happiness, joy, relationships, fulfillment? So it depends on what you want to aim for, right? So that's why you're going to be juggling between two options, two choices, two situations that can bring you options. Now, if this is regarding jobs, right, then perhaps you may be juggling between a full-time job, right, and a part-time job, or a full-time job, or working on some sort of project on the side, right? So you go to your 9 to 5 job, you come back, and then you focus on your business or any side projects that you can be doing. So I see you kind of being very busy throughout the weeks, going back and forth, kind of juggling between two things. So that's in regarding job and practical matters, right? Trying to see what you want to invest in, investing in this project, or investing in this person, or investing in this person. So you will be juggling between two options to figuring out what will bring you the best profit, or what will bring you the most rewards in regards to what you're aiming for in your current situation in these current weeks, right? So that's what I see you doing. I see you juggling back and forth. I do see a lot of water here. So water is all about emotions, right? Going deep within your emotions. And the water seems to be a little bit turbulent. So your emotions may be clouding your situation, maybe clouding your perception of what you want to aim for in terms of your goals and in terms of your practical matters. And I think once the water has calm behind you, see? Once the water is more calm and you kind of have a more grounded sense of perception, then I feel you'll be able to see things clearly and where you should put your energy in, where you should invest your energy the most, right? So, or which investments to put more focus on or choose. So that's what it can be. But I definitely see you multitasking. Maybe you want to do everything at once. So you're going back and forth, and you could probably be pretty busy, right? So that's what I see with the Two of Pentacles. Now we have the Five of Swords, right? So the Five of Swords speaks about conflicts, speak about misunderstandings, lots of tension in the air. So it is kind of like a tornado, right? It's an air element, kind of going pretty wild in our minds. It can be our thoughts that go pretty crazy, or it can be with other people around us that can be triggering us, or perhaps you're going to be with certain people that get easily triggered. So be mindful these weeks to stay pretty grounded. That's why I feel like there's a lot of turbulence in the water around there, right? Because there's a lot of air and some turbulent air. So there's a lot of situations that need to be cleared out in the open. I do sense some anger coming forth. So there's a little bit of anger that I sense here. in the reading. And that's why it's important these weeks to stay pretty grounded. Try not to take things too personally. I feel like all these things, I know they're all due to the energies happening, astrological situations. We'll take some cards out to see what the astrological cards have to say, but we are also purging out some emotional situations. So just be mindful about that and stay grounded, stay focused, because we may be a little bit emotionally unstable. Um, but if you stay grounded, then things will clear. And just conflicts with people happen all the time. It's just making sure that it doesn't really get into your head, or it doesn't affect you emotionally as much, right? And just keeping your eye on the goal, right? With the pentacle, right? Staying focused on what you really want to achieve, and those little side situations won't affect you as much. So we also have the Nine of Wands. Okay, so the Nine of Wands is kind of being cautious with the people around you, like I said, because there are certain conflicts and tensions that can rise up to the surface much more easily, right? You will be much more guarded and much more cautious, a little bit more distance with other people that perhaps you had these conflicts with. Kind of putting your walls up, right? Guarding yourself, making sure other people don't take advantage of you or don't trigger you again, or not getting hurt, right? So you're very guarded. You're very guarded in what you achieved. You're very guarded in what you aimed for in life, and you want to keep what you're doing, what you're working hard, very protected. Okay. Aside from all this, there is the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is like wish fulfillment in terms of love, or in terms of pursuing something that you wish for, you dream for, kind of pursuing your dreams, or if it's not related to something that you're passionate and regarding to something that makes you fulfilled. It could be relationship wise. Perhaps there's some sort of romance going on in the air, in the background, compared to all these little conflicts there's going on. And even though you are a bit guarded, there is some sort of kind of nice kind of fragrance in the air. I can describe it like a nice fragrance of a reminder of something that keeps you calm and keeps you grounded with your emotions, not allowing people or situations create this turbulence inside, right? Because we can't control what people do to us, and we can't control how we feel sometimes when we get triggered, especially with all these energies happening around us, and the full moon, and also that, right? So and I think staying busy and multitasking and focusing on your practical needs, it's gonna keep you more grounded, and kind of like having this fragrance of this nice pleasant situation happening around you in your environment is also going to be quite nice. And whether it's relationship wise, romantic wise, or it could also be just something that you're following, you're pursuing, that can bring a lot of emotional fulfillment. And that's in the corner. It seems it's reverse, probably because there's just so much interference, right? So there's so much interference with this, right? With the Five of Swords here, and being with cautious energy, and the multitasking, right? Or juggling back and forth. So this tends to be, it's upright, but it tends to be reversed, because it's kind of like your focus can't be fully on it during these times. So, but it's going to be there, and it's going to once in a while, give you a reminder and show you about it. It's just until these energies clear out, and I think this can go back upright again, right? But that's something nice to consider about it throughout these weeks. So that's for the Witch's Tarot. I like these cards because they just give so much detail and emotions, and there's so much. I love the art in this. So yeah, so that was the Witch's Tarot. So I'm gonna take out another card. Debating between these two. So let's start with this one and then this one. So yeah, just let me know if you can write in the comments about situations that's been going on that perhaps you guys want to share certain situations that happened that affected you, perhaps emotionally. Perhaps it's happening now. Doesn't necessarily have to happen in 2 weeks from now. Maybe it's happening already. So let's see. Okay. So let's take a few cards for the Psychic Tarot. Take 3. So we have Prosperity Begins. Authority, I think that's the Emperor card. Yeah, Prosperity Begins. I know you guys like that one. Okay, let's start. So Prosperity Begins. This is the Ace of Pentacles. And this is a very nice sign. This is a good, would you say omen, or kind of like giving you a sign that things are finally coming to fruition. Like I said, right, the strawberry full moon, it's all about things coming to fruition. All the hard work that you paid, that you worked hard on, is slowly coming to fruition, and it's paying off, right? So whatever you're investing in is very promising. Whatever you're working on, whatever you're planting, any seeds that you're planting at this time, right? It could be the things that you're juggling back and forth, right? Maybe working on something full time and then on the side doing something. It could be in regards to this, right? So you have two people here supporting each other. There's like a little seed here, kind of like being planted, so the roots are growing. There's a tree slowly growing, and there's a support system. See, with the hand going over this hand, there's some sort of support system happening right now, and I feel like it's gonna help you a lot. Like Ace of Pentacles is all about new beginnings and projects, new beginnings and something that will bring money, right? And kind of like a financial opportunity, or a foundation that you're starting to build. And it seems like it's promising because you have a lot of support around you, as you can tell here, the hands supporting you. There's a lot of hands kind of helping you out, supporting you, nurturing the seed. The seed will soon become a nice tree, very fruitful tree too. As you can tell, all these little peaches growing, or fruits growing, right? So that's quite promising. That's gonna promise you a lot of success. Aces of Pentacles are kind of like good signs that whatever you're starting off, right, is going to be fruitful and it's going to work out. So it's always good to have this card whenever you're starting something new and you're like doubting it and you don't know if it's going to work out. Having this card, Prosperity Begins, and Ace of Pentacles, it's a good sign that you're headed in the right direction. So to keep grounded and to kind of pull away from certain conflicts around you, that it's inevitable to be part of those conflicts, be dragged into the whirlpool or be dragged into the whirlwind. It's difficult sometimes, right? But as long as you can get yourself out of there, into that situation, and stay grounded and emotionally stable in that sense, in regards to not allowing the energies to control you or people to control you, but just staying focused, that's going to be very promising. That's why you have Prosperity Begins here for you, and that's gonna help you out. Hello, hi Chaley. Hi, I'm just doing a little reading for you guys for the strawberry full moon for these coming weeks. So I just pulled out the Witch's Tarot. Now I'm pulling out some cards for the Psychic Tarot. And we got Prosperity Begins. So look forward for things that are coming up that can be prosperous for you. Things, financial income, perhaps maybe even receiving a loan. And some of you may be receiving some loans, and that can help you out in the long run as well. investing. Perhaps some of you are investing in property or in a house, right? Or whatever that you are focusing on right now. It's a good sign. That's what it's basically saying, is that it's gonna work out, and it's coming for you. so yeah, that's another sign for you guys. So work hard on your foundation, work hard on what you're doing. You're gonna get you're gonna think, if it's legal documents of some sorts that you're signing contracts for, it's gonna be promising. So that's what I see. Okay, so let's see. So we have authority. So authority is, oh, you're welcome. Authority is the Emperor card, and he's a person of structure and stability. So it's very interesting that you have this card and you have Prosperity Begins together with this card, right? Because you need authority and structure and discipline in order to achieve the things that you want to achieve, to grow this tree, to build this foundation or this business, or for things to work out, or to get the thing that you want, or to purchase the house, or to get the loan, or to go to a bank to get the loan, or any sorts of things. The authority card is you can either be dealing with somebody who can help you in the process of achieving these things, of achieving of what you want to get, right? Or it could be you forming kind of like a structure, and like forming like a stable income or stable foundation or stable um, income flow of money coming in, right? So you're also gonna, because you see such positive results in regards to Prosperity Begins, you're gonna be more disciplined, and you're gonna work really hard in achieving what you want to achieve, whichever it is, right? So you're gonna kind of like the energy of the Emperor, the authority energy is just gonna take in you, and you're gonna take charge and be that authority figure, and be that Emperor, and get things ready and organize, and bring forth what you need to bring forth, right? Or stabilize what you need to stabilize. So yeah, that can be one situation as well. So also don't doubt yourself, because you have a very strong support system. Because I see two pillars there. There's two pillars on the side. You are aware that there's another pillar beside you sustaining what you're trying to do, and you're kind of in the center there, kind of like balanced, right? And understanding that everything is sustained and balanced, right? And that you have good support system. So you have the hand holding you, or you holding the hand of someone else. So it's just all symbolic. It just says that, yeah, it's quite stable. It's not like a weak foundation. It's going to work out. Okay. And you're going to have that kind of Emperor qualities to push that forward, or somebody like an Emperor quality is going to push things forward for you. It can be vice versa. Now we have Rest and Rejuvenate. Okay. So this card is also about kind of staying back. I believe this is the Four of Swords. So this is all about kind of pulling back a bit and kind of reflecting on things that have happened. It's kind of like you're taking a little break right now. You're taking a little break on certain things. Maybe you're emotionally exhausted right now. Maybe things have been a bit draining. This gives me the vibe of the conflicts happening, right? With the Five of Swords and right, and the Nine of Wands. All that can be quite draining. It can quite drain your energy. So you are pulling away, but you're also kind of rejuvenating yourself. You're kind of resting again, kind of reflecting, kind of meditating, or maybe you're going to go outside, and just be in nature and just kind of rest and just isolate yourself from people, or just have time for yourself to get clarity on certain things and to kind of recharge your batteries, I feel, mentally and physically. So I do see you quite tired, quite exhausted about certain situations, but it's not really in regards to what you're trying to build or what you're trying to create in terms of the foundation. In terms of work, maybe in your full-time job, whatever, you're working really hard. Maybe you have good support systems in your full-time job. I feel like it's not really regarding that. It's just regarding towards more personal matters. I think it's more regarding personal life, relationships, family matters, more intimate, more personal. There's just more conflicts going around with you. There's just always perhaps tension, unnecessary tension, perhaps unnecessary conflicts, right? And that can really make you on guard. And so because of that, you may push yourself away and push yourself away from others, right? And probably looking maybe forth other opportunities that can bring more joy and happiness, or more stability, more stable emotions that can help you bring forth more stable emotions as well. So that's all personal life. I feel like in your personal life, all these things may be going on for you. But what's going good is that you have a lot of good fortune coming your way in what you are building in regards to business wise, or projects, or financial matters. So, and you have a lot of support. I mean, people who are in that environment, and it could be also your full-time job, not necessarily business related matters, but like in your full-time job too. So I feel like good energy coming forth. It's just your personal life. I think it's a little bit, there's a little bit of a storm happening there, right? But you're kind of pulling away from the storm, and you're trying your best to stay grounded, right? And not letting it lose your focus. Okay. So that's interesting. So that's good to know. All right. So that was your reading for the Psychic Tarot. Well, they're all connected, but I just like varieties of cards. So I'm just gonna. Oh, look, we have Fulfillment of Wishes. So I like seeing what the cards show at the end of the deck too, because sometimes you're like, oh, nice. So what I see is like, see, look at the waterfalls that fall down. This connects me to the Knight of Cups. Remember the Knight of Cups that we saw in the Witch's Tarot, that it was reversed? Well, that talks about wish fulfillments in love and romance, right? Or with dreams coming true in regards to not necessarily love, but anything else. And this, it speaks about waters, so fulfillment, lots of fulfillment coming forth for you, right? Wishes coming true, maybe in regards to love, right? And so there's just a lot of blessings and healing coming forth for you, aside from everything else. So aside from practical matters, aside from financial matters, aside from personal issues at home or personal life, there is also something good coming your way. It's like a treasure chest being open. See there in the corner? You see a treasure opening, and it's like full of light. It's an opportunity to be happy, an opportunity to feel quite joyful and fulfilled. So yeah, so that's something nice to give a little bonus there for the reading, right? So yeah, so we can look into that more. We can take a look at why things can be a little bit chaotic at the moment in regards to personal life, because nobody wants that, right? And but aside from that, there's like nice opportunities coming forth for you, and good energies as well. So well, this is Psychic Tarot for the heart, so maybe we can talk a little bit about the ace, not the Ace of Cups. We can talk about the Knight of Cups more. Okay. Okay. Right, yeah, because we had like the Ace of Cup in one of the daily readings and one of the daily cards in my story. So if you guys want to follow my Instagram stories, I post stuff there. And I pulled out a card and I got the Ace of Cups. So there is some wish fulfillment, or some of you guys may be finding love, right? Emotional opportunity, love opportunities, or love interest, or just something that brings you joy, like going for a vacation or holiday and suddenly being so fulfilled with the location that you're in, right? Or you get a phone call and something, you being asked to participate in something that you really love, all these things. That Ace of Cups is kind of like opening the gates, the floodgates of like source of divine love, divine joy. It can be divine love, divine joy, divine anything, divine source. So all that is opportunities coming forth for you. So that also connects with the Knight of Cups, and that's going to be kind of like on the side. It's not going to be kind of like the main thing, but it's going to be like on the side. Like, so whenever we have like a certain conflict or certain thing that's bothering us, just be aware that that's there, that that's on the side, right? And to not be in despair, right? Because that opportunity is right there, and that joy and that fulfillment is right there. So that, I think that's what it's trying to tell you. So let's just be mindful. That's kind of like the medicine on the side for whatever is going to be happening. And you got your prosperity begins too. So those are good cards. Okay, let's get more cards. I better shuffle it lightly because this microphone is very sensitive. So I better not put it too close to the mic. Captures all the sounds and noises. So I better. Okay. Yeah, see, I keep getting like air and conflicts for you guys, for us, because like I'm in this with you guys. We're in this together. This is for us, all of us, you know. So yeah, just keep getting the Five of Swords, challenging times, you know. I don't know if there's like, I heard like there's a Scorpio energy passing through. No, we had a full moon in Scorpio already, so I'm not sure if there's like and this full moon is in Sagittarius, so I'm not sure if it's a Scorpion energy, but astrologically, but there is something in regards to something's really trying to pull certain situations out of your life that perhaps no longer serve you. That's what I feel. That's why it can be quite challenging, because we get a lot of resistance. There's a lot of resistance in what we want. There's a lot of resistance, and and it can really cause conflict. It can really, there is, I have to admit that there are going to be a little bit of challenging times around you. There's going to be certain things that really is going to armor you. Like, you could be already going through this at this moment. You could be armoring yourself at the moment, because this guy really is armoring himself, right? Like the Nine of Wands, right? So very cautious around them, because there are certain things that it is affecting you at this time. And you're kind of on guard, you're kind of protected, you're kind of cautious at the same time. And like I said, it's something to do with personal situations, not really in regards to your goals and ambitions and financial matters, not really regarding to love opportunities and things that fulfill you. It's mostly on the side. Something that's really trying to push that energy outwards, or really maybe move you in an energy that's much more beneficial for you, an energy that helps you instead, which could be the opportunity that we saw, right, with wish fulfillment card and the Knight of Cups, right? So I feel like instead of resisting these situations, let them happen. If there are certain conflicts in your personal life that is conflicting you, I think you need to kind of just let it happen and let it go in a way, right? So, and make sure I think it's wise that you kind of stay on guard and you armor yourself towards the situation, because there is certain deceptions happening around you. So we have seek the truth, right? And this really talks about deception, right? And this is Seven of Swords. And Seven of Swords is all about hidden secrets, things that you're not aware of, things that happen behind your back. And could be something in regards to mental health situations too, just because I see the light on the person's head, right? Maybe dealing with two people in the situation. And you're really trying to seek the truth on what's going on. Maybe it's just regarding just people just being dishonest with you and in your environment, in your personal life, and really focusing and really putting all your intention. I really suggest to really dig deep into this and really figure out what what things are not clear what to you, what things are not in the surface, what's behind the curtain, That's what that's what I feel. It's like you gotta look behind the curtain more, and not dismiss it all the time. And that's what I feel. It's like there's certain things that could be quite deceptive, and there could be certain things that are hidden from you, and there's certain secrets happening, and I think you need to really kind of start investigating on that, or putting more of your psychic energy or intuition or gut feeling towards that situation. And it's regarding things that bring conflict around you. It's regarding things that bring problems right now, things that perhaps feel difficult, or hard to manage, or just things that it's bringing like that storm, right? And whenever you feel it, just be mindful that it's something not genuine. Could be very dishonest things behind your back. And that's why you have to seek the truth. You have to seek the truth of that situation. That's what this card is saying. Investigate on it. Really dig deep. Maybe investigate on these people that you feel like you constantly have these problems with, and figure out what are they up to. This is going to be a time to really develop your intuition and really kind of exercise those muscles to see who is it, and what are they doing, and what could they be doing behind my back, right? And why do we have these conflicts? What's going on? All these things. It's good to have your antenna on, and to really go deep within those things, because a lot of things are not always what they seem. Sadly, that's the reality of life, right? And you're gonna know. You know why? Because of your third eye being activated, your intuition. So this is the third eye chakra. So the cards are really advising you to develop your third eye, to develop your intuition, to see beyond the veil. It's time to exercise that. Okay? Because your intuition is going to be quite heightened these weeks, because you're going to realize things are not what they seem. And you're going to notice these conflicts happening, and you're going to want to kind of seek the truth and figure out what it is, right? So you're just going to have a gut feeling. You're just going to have, something, an emotion, something feeling kind of uncomfortable about a situation, or kind of feeling unnormal, that this kind of repeats itself. So there's something here. There's something going on. And you're really going to feel it. You're really going to be intuitive. Listen to your intuition. Okay, don't doubt it. And sometimes people are around us and tell us, to doubt our intuition. Probably they block it. Probably they don't want you to have your intuition awaken, like your third eye be activated. There's certain things in your environment that could be blocking it. But this time, it's quite heightened for some reason, and I feel like maybe it's the full moon, maybe it's the energy. We'll find out. We'll find that out. But there's definitely something that's kind of waking you up, making you see the bigger picture, seeing something, getting visions, clairvoyance, receiving something, something like seeing behind the masks, because this is all about, taking the mask out, piercing the mask out with your intuition, right? So yeah, all due to the situation that's happening, right? So wow, that's pretty heavy. And yeah, I feel you guys, because I relate to. We're in this together. So so yeah. So let's take a few more cards in regards to this. I kind of want to take more cards. I'm being told to take more cards from the psychic card. Just want to know if we still have time. Yeah, we still have time for the other two decks. So, let's see, what could it be? Ooh, yeah, it's quite a battle. Let's see. Challenging times. So challenging times, I kind of mixed it up. Challenging times is actually the 5 of Wands, right? And win or lose, you got the win or lose. Win or lose is the 5 of Swords. So this is the conflict, right? This is the fighting and conflict card. And the challenging times is actually the 5 of Wands. This is actually a card of competition. So yeah, so that's what I feel. I feel like, oh man, oh, look at that. See, but oh, we have the Ace of Cups. So this is a nice blessing. Just always remember the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the wish fulfillment in the corner of all this chaos. So that's a blessing. So it's just, the spirit is just reminding you, hey, not that bad, but they just really want you to focus on this also. So yeah, there's probably some competitive energy happening. There's somebody, maybe in regards to your job, full-time job, maybe in your business. Well, in your business is fine, but it's mostly, it could be in the full-time job, or it could be, because I do feel, I want to say job, but I don't really want to, because I do feel like you have support systems there. It's really regarding your personal life. I really feel it's really regarding your personal life. And there's a lot of conflict, and there's a lot of, fighting and stuff like that, and it's due to competition. There's something that's, there's a lot of tension, because I feel like everybody wants something different. Everybody's, either they're all competing with you, or everybody is just not working together because everybody wants something different. So it is kind of like it could be like those family fights, family feuds, or it could be, dealing with things in the house. Maybe you're renting a house with other lease owners, or like tenants, and then there's just conflicts between, legal matters, or at home, or with tenants, or it's, could be regarding, the people around you, your friends, the conflicts. Maybe there's tension, or family members not being completely honest with you, kind of not saying the truth, kind of keeping things to the side, maybe lying. Yeah, so there's just something is just not right, and that's what I'm feeling. And because of this, there's hidden deception, right? Because people want to get what they want. That's the truth. Reality is, we have a lot of dishonest people around us, and sometimes it's so sad when it's actually people that are very close to us, sometimes, that can be dishonest, or people that are branching out from that, right? Sometimes it's not close to us, but it can be an extension of family members, or an extension of friends, right? They influence the family circle, that influence the friendship circle, or even the relationship or the marriage circle. So there's just so much opposite energies opposing each other. Just like, I think of like firecrackers, or like just everything clashing. I don't know how to explain it, but that's what I'm sensing. I'm sensing this just not no cooperation whatsoever. Either competition, being very competitive, being around people who are very competitive in regards to personal matters, or it's just because this is, competition. That's why perhaps you're always on guard and protecting yourself. And that's why that's why it says win or lose. It's like a battle. Like, people want to win, people want to get their way, so there's always kind of like a fight happening, right? Because of people's egos, and people's pride, and people's just wanting to get what they want, right? And it's kind of sad, because it's very close to personal matters, to personal relationships, right? It's kind of sad in the sense that sometimes that's where the deception really is. It's people close to us. Usually that's what happens, right? So it tends to happen. So that's why we have to have our antenna up, and our third eye, meaning our third eye, awaken, and really pierce through the illusions. And if something feels odd and something feels weird, then that's when okay, I'm going to look into this. And you're also going to get some messages. There's this crown chakra is about channeling situations, channeling, receiving information. So not only do you have the third eye card, right, where your intuition is going to be quite heightened in regards to the situation, but your crown chakra, like, you're also going to be receiving messages from other beings, spirit guides, ancestors, ascended masters, or if you're working with archangels, or whichever deity you work with, you're just going to be channeling something from an entity that will be giving you clear information about why this is happening, right? Because one thing is seeing it and perceiving it with your third eye. The one thing is wondering why, right? And I feel like you're gonna receive certain information, certain messages to why these are happening, and to be alert, to be on guard, because things can shift very quickly for you and move forward very quickly. Okay, because of these challenging times, right? That you have to constantly fight, right? So yeah, that's the reading. But the good thing about all this is that we did get the Ace of Cups. So that was a nice little surprise. So other than this, we did receive the Ace of Cups, and that's a nice little gift. So yeah, so that's the reading. We're gonna pull now a few cards from the Cosmos, and then I think I have some time left. Yeah, I have some time left. So okay, let's see. This, it could be foundations too, but I feel like your foundations are fine and it's going to be prosperous, but maybe it's old foundations that no longer serve you. Perhaps you're forming a new foundation, but you're getting a lot of conflicts with your previous foundation. And this foundation could be work related, it could be home related, it could be business related, right? And there can be a lot of conflicts and competitions whenever you're dealing with that, right? Because some people can be selfish and want to gain certain things, right? When you deal with money and stuff like that, when you deal with certain situations like those things, and with dealing with people, there can be quite conflicts. You have to be careful with that. That's why it's good to have like legal matters, like sign contracts and all that stuff, because that's the only way to resolve situations in a less conflicted way. So okay, so yeah, with this reading is quite heavy. Usually my readings live streams are not this heavy, but this one feels quite heavy. But we'll find out what it is. See, I think this relates to the Ace of Cups. So we have binary system. This is so nice. So binary system, it says coexistence, gravity, and harmony. So despite all these conflicts that are happening in your personal life, like I said, there are certain things that are quite harmonious, like the Ace of Cups. You got the Ace of Cups, you also on the side. You got the Knight of Cups in reverse, and the wish fulfillment. So all those, although they weren't in the reading, they were on the side. So it's like something that can be quite fulfilling coming through, right? And we have the binary system too, right? So binary system is like, how certain planets or stars, they tend to gravitate with each other, and then they start to spin and spin and spin. So it's kind of like the gravity of each star pulls the other one around, and then the other one gets pulled by the other one, and then they just rotate them like in this very harmonic kind of way. It's not, they're not clashing with each other, they're not destroying each other like in the Five of Swords or in like the Five of Wands, right? But this is like harmony. They're just flowing with each other and in a harmonic way. Like the binary systems, right? Right? And I don't know if this is an infinity sign or if it represents two stars together moving, flowing naturally. So this is the thing that's quite promising right now, is that there's certain things that are moving with other people that is quite harmonic, and it just flows, it just works. There's no like clashes or anything like what you're going through right now. And I heard this, that certain things, when things don't work out, is because it wants to pull you away from that situation in order to be put in a place that is more harmonic, right? Or we have to let go of certain businesses or certain things or certain foundations that we invested in, but certain things we have to kind of let it go to kind of flow with the new things that are coming for us that seem to be more harmonic, right? Like this one, right? So that's nice. So this one appeared also on the side. I feel like the side cards are more like positive, right? I think it's just to promise you. It's promising, good news after dealing with these conflicts, I feel, right? So Let's see. Let's pull more cards out. I think I'll just do this here. So this one is the Eight of Earth. So that's the Eight of Pentacles. This one is called Horologium. Time passing, milestones, progression. Oh, it's like, yeah, it kind of reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune, this card. How the wheel spins round and round. So I guess when I connect this card is I connect it with the prosperity begins. So something that you're pushing forward that seems quite promising, you're going to start working really hard on it, and it's going to show progression. Like the wheel is moving forward in a positive way. Like fate is on your side, like luck is on your side. And you're going to be reaching certain milestones, and you're going to see progression happening for you. So there is progression coming your way. You are reaching your milestones, and you just need to let these times pass, right? Because actually luck is on your side, fate is on your side, and it's coming. It's like in the corner, but like it's like you have to deal with all this gunk, and then I feel like things will start to flow more easily for you, and things will be much more fulfilling for you. So that's what I see here. I'll read it a little bit more, but it's in reverse. It's like something's blocking it at this time, because there is opportunity out there. There is like luck and chance and progression and reaching your milestones, but there is like a blockage happening that is delaying it. That's what it is. It's delaying the process. And like I said, it has something to do with the deception energy, the deception cards that you have to figure out, right? And that you'll kind of figure out with the channeling and perceiving it with your third eye. This card is also in reverse. It's called Ara, ritual, ceremony, sacrifice. So this is the Nine of Fire. So I don't like this image, and I don't think you should ever sacrifice any animal to get what you need. But I guess, but I'll take it as a metaphor, like metaphorical, where I feel like in terms of rituals and ceremony, it is advising you to start doing that more intensely, even if you do certain rituals on the side and you do certain, ceremonies on the side. It's advising you to kind of enhance it a bit more and work on it even more, like upgrade, like put more energy in, like intensify it more, because what's coming is pretty heavy, and there's a lot of things that's just not in the surface, and then you need to figure out behind the surface. And there's just could be a lot of conflicting energies from other people getting at you. So that's really recommending you to kind of protect your energy. It's time to protect it even more. Protect your energy. Not that anything's coming for you, nothing. No, you're fine. I mean, but it's just that, these things can get tiring and exhausting, and you don't want, and it's a blockage to your good fortune that's coming, and in order to protect that and protect yourself and situations around you, you should do a ceremony to protect you. I like to work with Archangel Michael a lot. You use blue candles for that, right? Like a neon not dark blue, but like a neon blue candle, and you work with Michael. Michael can protect you many things. Sometimes I work with Metatron. Metatron is very strong. Metatron, I think it's more stronger than Michael, but it's just, you just work with the archangels, right? So, or vice versa. I don't know which one really. I don't want them to get mad. I don't think angels get mad. So, but that's just me. You guys may have your own form of summoning other beings or working with like the elementals or like herbs or your other deities. You can work with Buddha as well, or any divinity that you connect with that can help you out as well. Or you can do just a simple little protection ritual. I think there's so many online. Just make sure it's the right one, because some of them could be kind of questionable. But just make sure, with your own guidance, intuition, and your channeling, you find the right one, find the right rituals that can help assist you with certain situations to battle these conflicts and to overcome them and rise above them, what we were seeing, right? So that's what I see for ceremony, for rituals, right? Like to really work very deep with these rituals within these couple of weeks, really get involved and kind of upgrade yourself, intensify the power a bit more, because it can get really heavy these weeks. So and to resolve that situation so it doesn't get at you, or to figure out the truth of situations, to finally moving forward, to things to be revealed for you, so that you can move on forward after, right? So, and sacrifice. So what sacrifice? It's metaphorical, right? Like when it says the word sacrifice, it shows like a sacrifice thing. What I feel like it means is like perhaps we have to sacrifice something in our lives that can be quite hard to sacrifice and let go of, right? And that's why it's pretty heavy, these energies. So we have to kind of more resistant to it, and we don't want to. So we kind of have to kind of learn to pull. It's kind of like we have to learn to let go of it. And I think once you get a clear picture of what is that you need to do, it won't. I just realized, oh, that's so scary. I felt like there was a noise in here. It's probably my spirit guide wants me to show Frozen here. Miss Elsa here is here to tell you guys have to let it go. Because in the end, you'll find something better, or discover yourself, or I don't know. Just make sure you don't keep it within yourself. Okay. Sacrifice things, because whatever can come forth can be 10 times better than what it was. And the universe, the source or God or intervention are intervening in these things to push you forward in a better direction, right? And perhaps you're already doing that and you're progressing yourself, but perhaps it was challenging at first, and perhaps you're still kind of dealing with those challenges. But you'll see that slowly, as you work on this, you'll kind of be able to move on forward as you let go of certain situations, right? So that's what I see with these two cards for. Oh no. Oh man. I know what this is. I always get this card too. Well, I'm not going to interpret it for you guys. I just looked at it and I'm just like, oh, this again. Oh man, not this again. You see this lady is summoning like spirits from the other world, underworld. Hydra. Persevering against incredible odds, survival. So, I mean, some of us may be dealing with people who struggle with survival problems, or like, I don't know, who are struggling financially maybe, or it's like everything is money can really bring the worst out of people. Like money can really do that. So be cautious with who you make plans with, who you make business with, who you're partnering up, who you're signing legal documents with, who you are, anything regarding money, legal matters, all that, or anything regarding gains. Be careful who you're dealing with, because it can really bring out the worst in a person or in people. So that's what I'm feeling. But hey, the good thing is this. You just put your energy into this. Things that just harmonize and just work well together. It's like, yeah. So yeah, I could read a little bit more from the Cosmos. Oh, I love these cards. Oh my goodness, these cards are so nice. Right? I could read a little bit more from it, but I'm running out of time because I'm pretty sure there's more astrological information in these cards from reading the books. So I'll leave that for later. Okay, so this is the last deck that I'm going to read. It's the Tarot of the Divine. This one. I like this card. In my previous reading, if you checked on my stories, I talk about the bridge, crossing through the bridge, not being afraid to cross through the bridge. Don't be afraid to cross through the bridge. There's good opportunities lie there. Okay. Oh, I got the Lover. See? Love, lots of love energy on the side. Even though you're dealing with all these situations, just know that there's a lot of good, loving energy still around you, being gifted to you, opportunities being gifted to you. Okay. I'll just take out 2 cards. A star, that's nice. And the Lovers came out again. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Some nice cards. Got 9 of Wands again. And she's like running away from a house. All these skeletons on fire. Looks like a cursed home. Looks like a chicken, like a demon chicken or something. And you have this girl running away from it. Okay, so let's read this card. So we have the Star. So this is such nice and gentle energy. The Star is all about healing ourselves. Kind of finally receiving that gentle care that we need, the nurture. See, the little lamb getting the nurturing energy. I can just feel it. It's just so soothing. Either coming from somebody. I think it's coming from somebody. Because we have the Lovers. So we have the Lovers here. Like a nice, sweet embrace between 2 people that connect. And that could be in regards to the binary system energy coming through the card of harmony between you and another. It just seems much more calm and peaceful and very healing, very, very safe. That's what I feel. It's very safe, very calming, very nurturing. That's going to help you, I feel. That's going to be kind of like your sanctuary, I feel, like your refuge. You're gonna feel it, you're gonna have this healing energy coming through from somebody, from a person. It doesn't have to be romantic. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. But it can be somebody that you're close to that can be very helpful, very healing for you. Very nurturing. There's just a nice embrace between you and another person. And that's gonna help you heal from all the situation that you may be going through. Okay, so look at above the Star. Just allow whatever is coming through to come through to help you out. You have a lot of support around you, so don't worry. Pay extra attention to your intuition, your gut feeling, your inner voice. And listen closely to any messages coming through, channeling from things that can help you out from these challenging times. And also start planning your rituals now. Start researching, start leveling up, start and putting more power into that, because that's going to really help you to get through those challenging times. Yeah, because you're going to have to be very intuitive when it comes to those things, and you have the ability. You'll get messages through to know what to do, and at the same time you have this nice connection with others and healing energy coming through to help you out as well. Okay. All right, guys. I hope this reading was helpful. I hope it gave you some clarity. I hope it didn't scare anybody. But sometimes we need to know these things, to prevent certain things that can be harmful towards us, right? But just know that healing is coming through. Okay, so just stay hopeful and faithful, because things will pull. You'll pull through. That's what it's trying to say. It's that you'll pull through. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I'll see you guys again in probably the next full moon. Probably do it in the next 2 weeks. If not, probably the next full moon. Okay? All right. Have a good sleep.